What up, what up, what up? I just want to say this real quick. I am honestly emotionally moved. Yes, I am. The protesters in my town have shut down all the damn grocery stores. I hear that hot shit. Now, I made the mistake of not watching local news. So there was a rally today, y'all. And when I tell you these people turned up and turned out, yes. And it was a whole bunch of white people. All white people. Power to our cousins, too. Thanks. Keep that shit rolling. Yes. This shit is unacceptable. And when you see the crowds of people, you are overwhelmed. You are overcome with emotions. I must tell you that. Because as we know, this should not be happening in America, periods. It shouldn't be happening anywhere. And you know, I'm bothered by the fact that the message from our black leaders is that the rioters, actually not even fucking rioters, fuck that. The protesters need to stop being violent. You know what I'm saying? This is not the way to get what you need. But at the end of the day, we need them to give us the answer since they know. Since this is not it. Because we've been marching, singing, and flower bringing for many years now. And ain't shit changed. So, at what point do they change a law? At what point does Congress step up? At what point does the government, the president step up and say, you know what? We're going to arrest these people. Some laws are going to change. We're going to give you this. Because we deserve something. So when our leaders go out there and say, oh, please stop the violence, stop the marching, it's not us. You know, we need peaceful protests. You're disrespecting the memory of Martin Luther King and George Floyd. They're dead. I wish you could dig them up and ask them how they feel about it for real. But you can't because their lives were snatched away from them. See what I'm saying? So understand the anger. People are not doing this for nothing. You people are worried about buildings and property. This shit can be rebuilt. Items can be replaced. These people are never coming home again. This man was murdered downtown in the middle of the fucking afternoon, and nobody seems to have a problem with that. You guys are more worried about their tearing up property. They making black people look bad. I think black people look worse underneath the knee of a white supremacist. Having their life snatched away from them. 9 minutes. Hold your fucking breath for 9 minutes, please. I dare any one of you. 9 minutes. Hold your breath. Yeah. So why are we angry? And George Floyd is the representation of hundreds, thousands, millions if we go over history. Yes. Of the people who have been murdered at the hands of the police, and nothing is happening. We are calling on citizens to be peaceful, but you're not calling on the police to be peaceful. Because while these demonstrations are going on, we have seen videos of police brutality. I saw a man kicked in his head today. I saw another lady slammed to the ground on her neck. Okay? And little did I know, within these last 30 days, there were 3 murders on the same day in Indiana, and one was a pregnant woman who was ran over by a police officer. And let's talk about the family businesses being destroyed. Really? I'm going to tell y'all what, right? Sean Bell, the young man who was killed in New York, coming out of the strip club from his bachelor party, he had family business. Saturday morning, he was going to get married. He had family business too. Right. The young lady who got hit by the car, she had family business. She was about to go and have a baby. None of that's going to happen. Breonna Taylor, she had family business. She's at home with her fiance. Her body was so riddled, they said it was just mutilated. She's home in her underwear sleeping. She had family business too. So while y'all worried about a fucking variety store or whatever it may be, your family barbecue, people are dying on the streets. You're worried about a Target when the people in the town can't get from the Target to home safely. They don't know. The other issue I had was Oh my God, it was the Martin Luther King, because that was just mind-blowing to me. The buildings. Oh, so apparently there are people who've come from out of town to Minnesota to destroy and burn shit up and tear things up. You know what I'm saying? And the governor is absolutely positively sure about this. And I'm sure too, because you know what? Those people are prisoners. Those people are terrified, and we know they're terrified. Because when we listen to that video, did y'all notice on the video, when the people were filming, when you heard the audio, there was no yelling. There was no anger. There was no motherfucker get off them. There were no names called. There was no rocks thrown. There was nothing. Because those people are in shell shock. This has happened to them over and over and over again, and they do nothing, and they have no expectations. So yes, some rioters came through and handled shit. Because guess what, black people? We do need to step our motherfucking game up at the end of the day, because all this flower bringing and slow singing ain't got us a motherfucking thing in all this time. We're still marching. I'm not saying it's right to burn shit down, but I'm saying I understand. Because we still marching. We still singing. We still wearing t-shirts. We still memorializing. We still begging. We still ass kissing. We still pleading for the police to stop. Meanwhile, our leaders get up there and say, oh God, oh Lord, oh y'all black folks is making us look bad. Oh Lord, y'all got to stop tearing up stuff. Y'all are destroying property. Meanwhile, these motherfuckers are out here destroying lives. Address the police. Address the government. Address your officials. Address your constituents. Address every motherfucking body you need to address. But what the people out here are saying is that we need a motherfucking solution. We don't want to hear shit else about y'all need to stop. What are y'all going to do? Give us something. Give the people something to make them want to turn down. But y'all not willing to give us anything. Our leaders have bought into the bullshit, and they're following along with what the government is saying. Because y'all see the dumb beige people the government sent out there the other day. I don't know who the hell they were, but I was like, if you don't sit your ass down. Because I don't like how they talk to us in that slave tone either. The black people that the Trump and them choose to send out there tend to seem to talk to you in a disrespectful kind of way as a black person, I feel like, okay? So they was like, yeah, we need to get it together because you're tearing up infrastructure, you're destroying property. Lives have been destroyed. Many lives have been destroyed, okay? It's unjust, motherfuckers. Understand that, and people are angry and people are tired. We watched a man be murdered on TV. Some people stood downtown and watched. The people who were there were not moved enough to yell, to scream, to cry, to shout, to attack, to do nothing. What does that tell you about how they live? What's going on in Minnesota? Hello? Right. So as long as y'all sit down and shut the fuck up, it's okay. We're going to keep murdering y'all, and no, we don't expect y'all to respond. So now people are mad that some outsider stepped in and amped this shit up. We're on a whole nother level. We worried about who came in instead of why haven't these people been arrested? Why aren't laws being changed? Let's get back focused about what this is really about. It has gone from being about George Floyd to being about fucking infrastructure. Okay? And another thing. Let's talk about infrastructure, huh? The infrastructures in the inner cities have been destroyed. Did we ever really have one? The infrastructure became really livable once they kicked everybody out and gentrified all the shit. So what infrastructure, huh? Because our infrastructure was ruined by crack, drug dealing, abuse, huh? Police brutality, unlawful sentencing, unlawful arrests, all kind of shit. But instead, these same black people who don't understand why people are angry are those black people who think that people who go through shit, black people who go through things, black people who are below a certain income deserve everything that they get. Huh? That's the fucking problem we're having. Oh yeah, welcome to the angry news, okay? That real shit that you can use. The angry news, because this is bullshit. Like I said, they keep coming out talking about, oh, you all need to stop tearing up things. T.I. and Killer Mike. Guess what? They're not in your tax bracket. I keep telling y'all that. They can't relate to what the person on the ground is going through. They can't. Yeah, they black and they may get pulled over in they Ferrari or they Lambo. But they not having, your problems ain't really their problems. Believe that shit. They're not. So they probably got investments in some of them buildings that they worried about that y'all fucking tearing up, okay? Because at the end of the day, the big picture is more about police brutality. The police are beating the shit out of people on camera presently right now in the midst of protesting over police brutality, but they need to turn down. And that's the other thing. Who the fuck is they? Call them who they are. They are protesters and they are angry because of police brutality. You know, they're not completing sentences on the news. They're not making complete statements. Because you can't come at me and talk about people, we need y'all to stop tearing shit up without finishing that statement with, we're sorry though. We understand. And this shit can't continue on. And this is what we're going to do. What are you going to do? We've been getting lip service for hundreds of years. Well, not even hundreds, because y'all didn't give a fuck the first 350 and still don't, as we can see. Because I'm here for the people. I'm not here for the fuck shit. All right? I'm here for the real. And the reality is that people are angry for a reason. People ain't out here for no reason. So why are you out here worrying about buildings being fucked up and there's graffiti on walls? People are sick of this shit. It can be easily ended, but they choose not to. So now they want to blame somebody else for bringing in, oh, well, now since those outside groups amped up shit, Trump has to bring in the military. Trump doesn't have to do that. That's what Trump been saying he wanted to do from day one before any and all of this shit started. You can say what you want. You can come up with any conspiracy theory. I don't care. My issue is that a man, an innocent man, was murdered in the middle of the day. Life took away from him. 9 minutes. And it was more than 9 minutes. Because it was 9 minutes that his knee was on his neck. But he beat that man prior to that. Yes. When, after the life was drawn out of his body, they then left him handcuffed and threw him on a stretcher and put him in an ambulance. Then they tell us there are no signs of asphyxiation or strangulation, as if we're fools. We're supposed to trust anything coming out of Minnesota, and y'all don't know why people went there who didn't belong there, they allegedly, to shut shit down, to handle business. Okay? Throughout all of this, like I said, no accountability has been put on the police department. Peep that shit. It went from, because they're making it about one incident. They're making it about George Floyd. George Floyd is a representation of many. Many. And he's also a representation of women as well. So I don't want to hear this about, oh, the black man. No, they kill women too. They kill children too. Don't sleep. A lot of y'all are confused. Y'all looking at the George Floyd incident. Oh, they shouldn't be doing all of this over there. It ain't over George Floyd. There are many George Floyds, okay? The list goes on and on and on and on and on. It's never ending. And we know we're missing some. I'm sure someone's been killed by the police since this shit jumped off. But we're not hearing about it because of the news. And we don't hear about every police murder. You know why? Because they're justified by resisting arrest. The assailant coughed. He resisted arrest. We killed him. Okay. That's how that shit go. And y'all don't know why people burning down motherfucking buildings. Why people are mad. Why people are hurt and disgusted. Some of y'all need to get the fuck up off the couch and head out. Just ride around your town and see what the people are doing. Because it's real. And it's sad when your Caucasian cousins care more than you do. When your Caucasian cousins are more disgusted than you are. Because we should really understand what the hell is going on. For whatever reason they're doing what they're doing, let them fucking do it. Because at the end of the day, we have never been in a position to respond that way. Right? Because if we were out there really doing that shit, this is how you know it ain't us. They would have killed us all already. You know that. We know this. But shit needs to be handled. We can't keep talking. Y'all keep talking about a seat at the table. What fucking table? Where's the table? You black entertainers, this is not the way to get what you want. Give us the motherfucking answer, because we tried all the other ways. What is the way? What is the way? We want to know. We really, inquiring minds really want to know. We really want the answer. How do we get what it is that we're looking for? Y'all stress how violence isn't the way. Y'all stress tearing up infrastructure is not going to get you anything, and we understand that. But we're fucking telling you that talking, walking, singing, and flower bringing ain't got us a motherfucking thing either. So at this point, we want something given back to the people. And the people deserve that. It's clear as day what's going on. It is obvious. There is no denying police brutality, period. And there's no excuse for that shit. The same way in New York, last night, what happened? A police cruiser drove through a crowd of people. Hello? A police cruiser. Because they were throwing garbage bags and I believe some other bullshit. Something that wasn't going to break a window or do anything. And the mayor of New York City got his tired ass up on there and he said, you know, the people shouldn't have started with the police. So he justified what the police did. When in reality, the people didn't start with the fucking police. The police started with the people when that motherfucking representative of theirs choked that man out with his knee downtown Minneapolis, bitch. That's your peoples. See, what y'all don't understand, the same way one black person represents all, that police officer represents all of you. And how dare you go on TV and justify police brutality in the midst of fucking protests where we're protesting brutality. So someone threw a garbage bag at a police cruiser and they should have been a crowd of people, it's okay to run them over because they provoked the police. Again, another representation of bullshit that people live with on a daily basis. This is why the police will shoot you if you have a butter knife, if you have a pencil, and they think they feel threatened, they're going to shoot you dead. They're trained to shoot to kill. That needs to be changed as well. Because you mean to tell me you motherfuckers can't aim for an ankle or tase a person? No, but you shoot and kill. And y'all don't know why people are angry, upset, and want fucking answers. We don't even want no motherfucking answers. We want change immediately. We want action. We here for action, not for the bullshit. I'm not going to come here and I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to sugarcoat. I'm not going to soften up a motherfucking thing for nobody. These are the realities. This is how the fuck I feel. This is how I see it. Okay? And like I said, all these black entertainers and upper echelon of people who cannot relate on any level to the lower, to the people underneath the income line, you're telling us, and not even, you know what I'm saying? Because one thing about that police brutality, it crosses all lines, all incomes, it doesn't matter. But you telling us that violence is not the way. You're never going to get what you want that way. Okay. We've been marching and singing, like I said. Then y'all want to always bring up Martin Luther King and, you know, you're disrespecting the legacy of George Floyd. Y'all getting this shit from the White House because we heard that too. No, you motherfuckers disrespected the life of George Floyd and every other black American that was murdered by the hands of the fucking police. You disrespecting their life and their legacy. You murdered them. Put the fucking ownership where it belongs. Back on the police. That's the problem. You keep blaming the people. The people are disrespecting Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King is a peaceful man. George Floyd was a peaceful man. They would have a problem with the destruction that's going on. They're dead. Ask them. I wish we could ask them now. Because they died and ain't nothing gonna change again. How many leaders have been murdered and nothing has happened? Teachers murdered, nothing happened. Children murdered, nothing happened. Innocent people murdered, nothing happened. People held in prison 50 years, 47 years, 50. Some people in there still doing life, died in there, never committed the crime. Like I said, look up Angola, Louisiana State Prison. Hello, all of those are black men, and they all have life for bullshit. Yeah. So these are the same people, like the little boy in Connecticut last week. The same time this George Floyd thing was going on, he killed 2 people. He killed a 62-year-old man, one of his classmates, kidnapped her girlfriend, drove her to Jersey, then kidnapped somebody else. The police went on TV and said, "Sir, we know this is not who you are. Please turn yourself in." Meanwhile, our peoples is dying over CDs and cigarettes and pulling out wallets out their pocket. And y'all don't know why people are fucking angry. I'm mad at the black people who don't understand. I'm going to be real with y'all. Because how is it that our Caucasian cousins get it and you bitches don't? Now, because y'all want to talk about the Antifa people. Never mind them. Because our Caucasian cousins here didn't tear up a goddamn thing. But it was hundreds of them out there, okay? And they're upset as well. Because every human being with breath in their body should be. Because guess what? I can't breathe. Y'all know what it's like not to be able to breathe? Like I said, hold your motherfucking breath for 9 minutes, please. I dare you. I dare you. New York police officers was walking around with T-shirts on that said, what? I can breathe. So y'all think this shit is a game. The mayor, what'd he say? Oh, they shouldn't have surrounded the police car. They shouldn't have surrounded. These motherfuckers are in a car with guns and the whole shit. And they can't surround the car. Meanwhile, Eric Garner was surrounded by 8 officers and choked out on the ground. George Floyd was surrounded by 4 other officers, assistant assailants, assistant assassins. They stood and they watched. He was surrounded too. What about those people? What about the mother and son that was attacked at Costco and was surrounded by all them officers who didn't have shit to do with it? That just that just inserted themselves in a retail issue because they were in the store. And that's what, the son teeth kicked out, stitches in the back of his head, mother 68 years old and frail, ain't never been arrested in her life. And y'all motherfuckers don't know why people are mad? I don't know where y'all been and what y'all been doing and who y'all been hanging out in and how the fuck y'all been living in that bubble. Okay? But the reality is that black people are being dragged all over fucking America. And we have been for many, many, many years. Y'all want to look away. Y'all want to make it about the buildings. It's about the people. It's about the shit that's continuously happening. Like I said, they whooping ass during the protest. They're beating people the fuck up. It is what it is. You gonna tell me that those police was justified to drive through that crowd with that SUV because somebody threw garbage on a car with the windows rolled up? That's your job? Allegedly, you're ex-military and all kind of other shit. You got your mind right, you ready for war and shit, but you can't handle a fucking garbage bag? That justifies you running over a person in the crowd. Not even a person, it was a few people actually. Right. There was another young lady hit with a rubber bullet. Fucking head busted wide open, eye black. But y'all okay with that? Because what y'all would say is that she shouldn't have been down there. And the reality is, yes, we all should have our asses down somewhere. We all should be doing something. We should not be sitting back saying this shit is okay. Blaming the people who are out there trying to take an L for the motherfucking team because a change must come. 2016, when Donald Trump went into office, first of all, people are like, this ain't new, this been happening. That's the fucking problem, absolutely. But did that justify that man being murdered downtown? I think not. Oh, it been happening. And we been wanting it to fucking stop? What part of that are y'all not getting? I'm so disgusted with some people. For real. Y'all too comfortable. All y'all worried about is your little house, your little credit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we don't go into those neighborhoods. We don't worry about those people. It didn't happen to me. It hasn't happened to my child. Shit's getting real out there. It's only a matter of time. Real shit. Whether it be you, your cousin, your brother, your uncle, your best friend. Come on, man. And you know, a lot of y'all are punk bitches, too. Let me just say that. And then I'm going to go. Y'all with the fuck shit. I peep game. Because I be hearing all this rah, rah, rah about what people will do. Somebody fuck with mines, I'll do this. Somebody mess with my child, I'll do this. But y'all don't understand why people are wilding out over this. Let me tell you something. Those black men dying on the street and those black women and those black children, those are our brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles, aunties, grandmothers. You understand me? Those are your peoples. You should be outraged. The same way if something fucked up and foul happened to your child, people come out and people support. These people need your support. Their living family members need your support, okay? We don't need people sitting on the sideline talking about, stop it! Stop it! You're being violent! You need to do a peaceful protest. Were they murdered in peace? Deuces.